Hey everybody, it's me Edward Jones. Just took a little spill there. Today I'm doing a video on a topic that comes up fairly often in the news. I don't normally watch the news. I read quite a bit of articles online. I try not to watch the news, but it happens. I get bored, and might as well check it out, see what someone's saying nowadays. And the issue that comes, I noticed that came up recently was some more stuff about racism, about what someone said, several years ago, or what someone's ideas are. Let me explain something. The only race I'm concerned about is the human race. As far as I'm concerned, that's the only race there is. That's I think really any importance. The human race is important. And as a prepper, I feel I believe it's important for us to understand that when any time a disaster strikes, it doesn't differentiate between color or personal preference or anything like that. It affects everyone. It doesn't. That's one thing I can say about nature. It doesn't care about any of that stuff. It'll hit you no matter what background or what feelings you have. So anything that comes up and concerns of I guess what someone said about another person's race, or whatever you want to call it, personally, it's trivial. There are far greater things for us to worry about out there in this world. We have the economy going, it's tanking. Hard for people to find jobs. There's massive debt. There's natural occurrences, with storms, and floods, forest fires, all this stuff. Should we really be concerned about what someone said, or what someone may have said about another person's race, or whether someone's, quote unquote racist? It seems like nowadays that term doesn't mean anything. You get to know me long enough, you probably think I was a racist. The term is just loosely thrown out to anyone who just has a different opinion about, someone else's background or a particular group of people, or what have you, or whether it be a sexist or homophobe or I don't know. There's just all these terms thrown around. For me, the only term that I'm concerned about, more than not, is authoritarianism. I'm more concerned about people who want to control, what I watch, what I eat, what gun I have, what gun I own, whether I ride, what shoes I have on my feet, what kind of fabric I wear, whether it be cotton or leather or what have you. That's my big concern to me. Just like any time a disaster strikes, whether it be man-made or natural, or what have you, it's not really the disaster that I'm worried about. It's other people, because there'll always be people who take advantage of the situation to try to gain control over another individual or another group of people, and that's a bigger concern of mine. It's not about who in the public arena is racist or with he said, she said, all that stuff. It doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. If anything, what's the basis of calling someone these terms? Just because they have a difference of opinion about something? I believe a problem that we have nowadays is that people are too sensitive or hypersensitive about things that people say. Wondering, is this person hate? Is not like me because I look a certain color, or because I prefer to be with certain people that may seem different, or this, that, and the other. It's just a waste of time, a waste of energy that can be used helping someone else out there, or improving yourself. I think those are better uses of one's time than worrying about whether someone's a racist or sexist or whatever. I guess I feel like I should. I just want to get that off my chest. It kind of sickens me to hear this kind of stuff still talked about. And on top of that, for everyone who thinks that racism will ever be eliminated, or we're in a post-racial society, no, we're not. If if I had to use the word race in that, that context, it's never going to be that. It's never going to be eliminated. As long as they're individuals, individual minds, individual opinions, there will always be something that someone's going to point out that's different from them that they think is, worth picking on, worth taking study over, or worth noting. So the whole topic of, racism or sexism is going to be eliminated is not. I mean, the way this world is, it's never going away. It's always been there. It always will be here. Um, I'd say I guess it's going to be here until the Lord comes back. And that's what I think of it. Um, but it's not wrong to acknowledge other people's differences. In fact, we should, instead of pointing out everyone's differences, we should talk about what unites us. And pretty much what unites us is, we're human. We're all humans. We all go through hard times. We all suffer, and we should band together when in times of disaster, whether it be man-made or natural. We should come together to help one another, not to try to pick out differences in another group that just because it makes you feel uncomfortable. Um, I mean, what's there to gain from that aside from more headaches and more worries and more trouble that will be passed down to future generations? But that's just the way things are right now. Speaking for myself, I enjoy being around different people, people who are totally different from me. I enjoy talking to people who are, who don't like guns. I mean, I enjoy it. I enjoy the conversation. I enjoy talking to people who look different from me, let's say they don't eat meat, or they don't, they don't have faith in Christ or something like that. I enjoy talking to those kind of people because I get a chance to learn more about someone else. I get a chance to learn more about myself through hearing what they have to say, and and hopefully that person, will get a chance to learn something from me that they may be able to use in a positive manner down the road. So I'd say, we all have our differences, but I'd say we all should unite, and in all this, he said, she said bullshit about who's a racist or who's a homophobe, this, that, and the other. It's all garbage. At the end of the day, it's not going to feed you. It's not going to clothe you. It's not going to cheer you up. Then again, if it may cheer you up, then I guess you have some other issues that are beyond this topic. But I digress. But those are my personal feelings on topics that come up recently about racism or sexism and all this other garbage. Please, everyone out there, continue to love your neighbors as you love yourself. I believe that's very important, at all times, especially nowadays. But that's my video. I'm Edward Jones. If you have any any feedback on what I said, please leave comments, send PMs, or what have you. And I hope you have a nice day.